New MOTU Origins box and card art teases new characters, and Super 7 beats Mattel to the punch with their Thundercats Vintage line, plus new DC Super Friends leak list surfaces right now on Toy Habits Live. And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress, and you're watching Toy Habits Live. How's it going, Michael? And how's it going, everyone? And thank you for your patience that we were off last week and then, had a little bit spotty live streams. I was very sick last Friday. So that's why we didn't go live. And my voice is still a little bit hoarse and I'm a little still congested, but recovering from my cold.
Well, good.
How are you doing, Michael? And happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. How was your Thanksgiving?
Our Thanksgiving was good. It was very low key. We went up to Reno to visit my son and had Thanksgiving at a Mimi's Cafe, which was delightful. So we didn't have to make anything. We just had Thanksgiving dinner brought to us, and then we saw the movie Red One after the dinner. So it was a fun evening. How about yours?
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. My brother and sister-in-law came over, and then we all cooked stuff, and they brought the turkey and pie, and I cooked a bunch of side dishes. And they came over at lunchtime, so I spent the whole morning cooking. And it was good. It was good. And then they left because my sister-in-law had to go to her family's during the nighttime. So nice. And then we were just in a turkey haze the rest of the afternoon. So it was good. It was nice having you do.
They looked amazing.
Oh yeah, thank you. I really enjoy cooking. I just don't ever get the time to.
Oops, I think the Toy Sorceress has frozen. Well, MOTU D says he hopes that you are feeling better, Toy Sorceress. King Panther says happy Friday and happy holidays, Toy Habits community. Yeah, if you had your Thanksgiving, if you had a nice Thanksgiving, throw it in the chat. Would love to know what you guys did for Thanksgiving. Did you travel? Did you stay local? Oh, there, you're back. Yay.
I'm back. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's hear from the community. But we can take a look at some of my haul at the end of the show. Instead of doing Black Friday shopping, I actually did some toy hunting Black Friday shopping. So I got some deals actually because my local shops were having sales on Black Friday for vintage stuff, which was great. But I want to hear what everyone else did on their holidays. So let's go ahead and actually we'll say hi to the chat and then check in with the crew. And yeah, we want to see what you guys did for the holidays. And then we got a lot of news to cover today, which we're super excited about. A lot of really fun stuff. So we got Frankie Rivera here, one of our OG crew members, and he says, can't wait, it's Toy Habits time. Let's go. We got Pedro Ribeiro here. We got Parmazzati also joining us. Sienna is here. Velasquez is also here. We got crew member Joshua Robbins joining us. We got crew member Joe Coleman. It's Toy Habits holiday time. Ooh. You threw me for a loop there, Joe. We got Katie's Toys. We got Lone Dragon. We got Collector Phil also joining us. MOTU D is here. The one and only crew member Ryan Cole is also joining us. And look at that, already in the holiday spirit. Ryan has gifted 10 Toy Habits memberships to 10 of you out there in the chat. So 10 of you are going to be randomly selected to receive Toy Habits memberships. Ryan, you are so generous, especially at this time of year, already in the holiday season. Thank you so much. That is awesome. We also got crew member Carnage 717 here. We got Joe Rizzo 30 joining us, Preppy 1982. We got the one and only Rob 2023, awesome crew member. Big shout out to Dorothy, her mom, and hope she's doing better. I know she's on the mend. We got, I think I already said hi to Frankie, but I'll say hi again. We got Relaxi in here, Joe Fan 84, crew member Dwayne Otley is joining us with Card is also here. Joe Fan 84. We got Stephen Komarak joining us. Timbo is also here, which is awesome. And the one and only King Panther is also joining us on our U83 is here. And look at that. Joe Coleman also in the holiday spirit, gifting another 5 Toy Habits memberships. Joe, thank you so much. Between you and Ryan, you've been building up the crew and you are so generous. So 5 more of you in the chat are going to get Toy Habits memberships. That means 15 of you are going to get Toy Habits memberships out here. And that is so nice of the both of you. You and Ryan are incredible. And in the holiday spirit, we got Eric Valdez, Voltron72 joining us. We also have Paul Farachi joining us. I'm sorry. And Captain Zeus. Hello, Toy. Good to hear from everybody. I am so happy to see everyone. Happy that I've got my voice back and on the mend. And let's check in with the crew. And then we have a lot of news to talk about, Michael.
Yeah. Let's say hello to our crew. And yes, and thank you, Ryan and Joe, for beefing up our crew today. Really appreciate it. But thank you, everyone, for the support. And this is the best part of our week, getting to spend it with you. And we are going to be making changes to some of the crew support levels that affect the addicts and the junkies. So stay tuned for more details. Toy Sorceress and I got to chat about that after the stream if she's got some time. So
yeah, and a big hello just to, I just want to shout out that we've got a crew from Portugal and Italy and Spain. So there's a big European delegation watching. So thank you all. And I'm sure it's really late there. So we really appreciate your support and staying up to watch us and enjoying your holiday weekend with the rest of the gang. Sorry, I think you had another comment flashed up down there, but big hello to the Retro Toy Princess, Allison Troy, joining us, and a member for 20 months. Congratulations, Allison. And she was one of our original crew members, which is awesome. And we also got DJ 5000 joining us. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. This is great. So happy to be talking toys today.
Totally, yes. And we will have Pedro on next week to discuss a topic that's probably on everybody's mind. Where the heck are the MOTU Origins vehicles? So we'll have a cool show and tell with some vehicles and some boxes that he's designed. So that should be fun. And I think it's like 1:30 in the morning in Portugal.
Oh my God. It's good.
That's crazy.
That's incredible. And speaking of where's MOTU Origins vehicles, be sure to check out the cool article. It's one of the articles we're going to call Toy Habits Chronicles. I just put out this afternoon on the remaining vintage characters that still have not come to the line for MOTU Origins. We chronicle all of the remaining characters that are still yet to be released, and we let you know what we know about the characters. Have we seen them teased? Have we seen them actually revealed, like Real Blast has been at San Diego Comic-Con? If we not have seen them teased or seen them revealed, is their trademark still up? Because I'll tell you, you got to read the article, but there's a couple in there, their trademarks are not, or at least one trademark is not valid anymore. So is that character toast? I don't know. But all of the information is in the article. Be sure to check it out. It's a fun read. If you have some downtime over the holiday weekend, and there's photos of the vintage figures and a little bit of information about each of the characters, and hopefully we will see them all in the line, and this will give you a glimpse into the likelihood of them coming and maybe how soon we'll see them. So be sure to check it out. I thought it was a fun article. There was a little graphic done by what was the YouTube, the New Eternia, I guess IG. I saw this little graphic on Instagram, and it inspired me to write this article up because it basically graphically represented the characters from the vintage line that were yet to be released. But I also included the two Powers of Grayskull characters. Of course, Hero and Eldor, because they're unofficially part of the Vintage line. They were never released, but as we know, we have seen teases for both of them. So I did include them in the article, and so it's a fun read. So be sure to check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely a chronicle.
Yeah, it's a long one, but it's relax with a cup of coffee. Great Saturday morning thing to like take a look at, and it's just a lot of fun. So I'm sure you'll all enjoy it.
Yeah, really interesting to see what they'll do with the movie characters.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and like I said, spoiler alert, there's one of them in there that definitely has not had their trademark renewed since the 80s. So
Mattel, come on.
Yep.
This is how we went from the Road Ripper to the Ground Ripper. So let's not
exactly. Someone fell asleep at the wheel, and so we may have either a name change or lose one of these characters altogether, and you'll see which one it is when you take a look at the article.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, that was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was a cool article, and it gives you
That's what I did after having turkey yesterday. I spent my Thanksgiving evening writing that article amongst several others. Big shout out to Ken from Toy Connections. Actually, Ken's project that he was working on, Delta 17, they're having also a Black Friday holiday sale till the end of December. So if you haven't gotten to get a chance to get in on those Delta 17 figures, the whole site of in-stock figures are 20% off, except for I think the Akami, the red elite one, the special edition. I think he's like 10% off. The rest of them are 20% off. So if you haven't got a chance to buy these, they're really awesome O-rings. Check it out. There's links to everything, and all of the information about all the characters, the backstory, all of that stuff are all in that article. And then plus there's a glimpse at those two new little tank guys there. So be sure to check it out. Just a big shout out to our friend Ken, and wish them the best of luck with this line, because they're really great O-ring figures. I love them.
Yeah, they're really cool. Those little tank vehicles make me think of the Smash TV game.
Oh, I know, right? Oh yeah,
much better though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're really great. So much detail on them, and like they come with so many like accessories and just great sculpting of all the little pouches and holsters, and just like a lot of cool stuff.
Really well done.
So they did a great job, and I can't wait to see what upcoming waves are going to be for this line. So
yes, cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Big thanks to Collector Phil. Check out the article. Thank you. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I think we got all the housekeeping stuff out of the way. So let's dive into the toy news, because we got a lot to cover tonight.
Sounds good. We're gonna kick it off with the Evil Horde 2-pack. This art and box reveal was pretty outstanding because it brought a new line to the MOTU Origins line, and to Masters of the Universe, and also a new box design, which is cool, which I think is great for this particular line. But geez, so we saw these 2-pack revealed for pre-order these back in October, and so we were been waiting for the box to be revealed, and it was pretty darn cool. I mean,
you know what I loved the most about the reveal about the box art itself was the way that that Roy did it. And I know we probably can't play this on YouTube because we'll get a copyright strike, but
I don't think the music the sound won't play. So
okay. So
we just gotta
imagine the sound behind it as you watch the video. But he played this preview of the box to Take on Me, which is by Aha. And if you remember that 1980s song, the music video was a black and white sketch, and the musicians in the video kind of like started to turn into color, and then eventually turned into human beings, which was really cool. So this reveal was an homage to that, because he played Aha in the background, and you can see, so now it's the black and white sketches going on there, and then you're going to start to see like the color take shape. So I just thought it was a lot of fun in the way that they actually there's the color getting put onto the box. And so the way they revealed it, I thought that was a brilliant move, and I happen to be a fan of the song. So there you go.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that was
it was a lot of fun.
that was a very cool, very unique box reveal,
Yeah,
which was very cool
absolutely.
to see. But I love this new box design because this is the first time we're getting getting angular with these boxes. They've usually been straight on square, and you can't see the sides of
Mhm.
the box from a straight on view. And so like
Yeah,
this 2-pack is perfect for this box design because both of the characters are colored in. They're the only things that are colored in this black and white box.
exactly. So that's why it stands out so starkly that like it really gives you that like sketchbook collection vibe, right?
Oh, totally. Totally.
I was
Yeah.
gonna play a few seconds of the song. I know we can't. Anyway, it's great. So check it out. But the box art's really cool. It's very interesting that they teased a blank box, I think a day or two beforehand.
Yeah. I was like, what the heck?
Right. I was like, and it's like design your own or something. It said like on the caption. I was like, wait a minute, like, are we gonna be designing our own package art? And then I got it the next day when we saw what the reveal was and how you could see the sketches go on there. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was one of the greatest music videos of all time. Classic 80s. You can't miss it. And just such a wonderful homage with the way that this was revealed out.
I knew we'd get a comment like this. Let Mattel know we want
Well,
to complete.
that's one of the reasons I put the article out because, as you know, Mattel does go to our website. They do watch our YouTube videos as well. I know the designers are fans, so I'm hoping to inspire some people at Mattel. I'm like, hey guys, like let's get going on these
We'll move
figures
on.
because a lot of people are waiting for the oh geez. Big hello to the Baroness of Toys, awesome OG crew member. It's okay that you're late. We're happy you're here. And then I did see the Texas Toy Addicts comment before, but it looks like he's gonna be at the here we go San Diego Comic-Con, so we'll get to see him there. That's awesome. We did get our tickets, so looking forward to that. It's gonna be really cool.
So yeah, Ryan, yeah, this sketchbook is part of a new subline that they're doing. And so I'm guessing that they're going to be continuing this maybe with some of the teases that we've seen on the art, but it looks really cool. Like I have a book called The Power and the Honor Foundation, and there are so many like weird sketches in there. They could do so many really freaky things. We should have a episode dedicated to just some of the freaky and wacky characters because I love this because it represents an alternate reality. Like if we got these sketches back in the 80s that actually turned into figures, this could have been our Hordak and could have been our Grizzlor.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, geez, like, here he is.
that ain't me.
Let's see. Pedro asked, really that Mattel sees your videos? Yes, we met the designers, and a lot of them at SDCC, and a lot of them came up to us and said that they watch our show and they keep tabs on what we're doing. So
yeah.
Even the executive producer of the Revelation and Revolution series, Teddy Baselli, also.
Yeah. He's awesome. Yeah, we got to hang out with him, and he's such a fun guy. But he does watch our show too. But as a matter of fact, and I know we mentioned this before, they asked our opinion on what the next crossover line should be, and so that's why we put out that poll and did the article, and we did an episode on the line that won the poll, which was a DC MOTU crossover line that was similar to the one that was done by the Savage World characters. So they did ask us, we had a nice conversation, and the designers are super talented, and it was a lot of fun to get to discuss this with them.
Yeah, we have Gady's Toys in the house, who has an amazing YouTube channel as well, so go check him out. For those who want this, that's great, but admittedly these feel like spinning their wheels when there's so many characters to get through. Yes, but we can't forget that it's these figures that they're also putting out that help fund the future figures. And so it also helps keep the line going. I feel like if they just blew their wad and just completed the line, like nobody would be excited anymore for this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
but we need them maybe a little bit more often.
Yes,
I think
agreed.
people are frustrated with the cadence of the release. So there are 16 original vintage figures left to be released, plus the 2 Powers of Grayskull figures that we never got. That's 18. But what I feel like they've been releasing them on Mattel Creations like one every so often, because then they fill them with like newer characters. So
yeah,
we could use getting blue.
Sorry, I'm channeling Silver K. Somebody's got to do it.
The release of the original vintage figures a little bit more often than maybe like every other one or something like that. Could be like a new character and then the vintage character, but they've been going kind of. We haven't gotten anything since, I guess, RockCon, right? And then there was Geldor, and what other one got released?
Demo Man,
yeah. So those 2 new ones that so we skipped for a while.
Yeah. And Ryan Cole's got he's got a good attitude about these. Like these look so different, and you can just call these new characters. So Ryan's going to count these as 2 new ones, Metal Hand and Elephant Guy. Why not?
There you go. Because you know why? Because Grizzlor's like, I didn't sign off on that.
I know, right?
I didn't give him rights to my name.
Like, what did you turn me into an elephant dude for?
Exactly. He looks so different. It's just like, you can't like wrap your head. Both of them look so different. That's not Horde or Grizzlor. Like,
right.
Yeah. It's hilarious to see like what they could have been. And
yeah.
It's neat that they're making figures out of them.
Yeah. Which is cool. All right. So with the box, we have the amazing box art. And I mean, so this is kind of cool because there are 5 like classic alternate sketches in here. So of course we have Hordak and Grizzlor. We have the early He-Man sketch, which ultimately became Vicron in the classic series. But this was supposed to be He-Man, as designed, as they kind of designed that trio of characters, which we'll see in a sec. And then we have poor Skeletor, who is just trapped in this concept fright zone, which is neat. So
my gosh.
So that this concept came from the Power and Honor Foundation book too, so we can see the original sketch for that. But
that's pretty cool.
A lot of cool stuff in here. But so we're seeing Hordak and Grizzlor, but then poor Skeletor is clutching the gates of his cell. He wants out.
He's like, wait a minute, I'm in charge. Why am I behind bars?
I know, right? It's like, what's going on? It's again, like alternate reality. I do love that Skeletor as well. That's a good one.
It is.
And then we have that He-Man. So again, this was a concept, and I guess we can move on to the to the 2-pack speculation. So after this, I got to look at this. It's like, okay, we know what the MOTU Origins line does, and we know that they tease future figures. And so I first want to say kudos to Mattel for not starting off with He-Man and Skeletor like they typically do with everything. So, I like that they started with something different.
I like that Grizz Fang.
So
no, it's great that they started with something different, and it's interesting to see like what else they're going to come up with. So obviously these 2 are the first other characters teased on the package art, so it begs that will be the obvious next 2-pack.
Yes. Or if they keep going with, so like they had Hordak and Grizzlor, they could do a Skeletor and maybe an evil henchman, or a He-Man and a hero. So there's a couple ways that they could do this. This was like the most obvious thing that they could do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so back in the day, this was basically pitched to Mattel as like a He-Man trio. and this was meant to take on other toy lines that were really, really successful at the time, like Star Wars. But we had Mark Taylor and Roger Sweet kind of joining forces and coming up with this trio that later became Vicron in the Classics line, and then they also released these figures in the Masterverse line as well.
Yep. So we had Tank Man, Bullethead, and the He-Man that's now known as Vicron.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, and it'd be neat to see I doubt that they'll do all of the versions of Vicron again, since they did them in the Masterverse line, but we could basically see this He-Man.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we could. It's funny when you look at that Bullethead, those are parts off the 12-inch vintage Boba Fett action figure that they used.
They're like, we need to take on Star Wars.
I know. I actually have that figure, like even the jetpack and everything. It's
that's cool.
It right off.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So this is a really cool version of He-Man, also known as Vicron, and I would love to get an Origins figure of this.
Yeah, especially with that like furriness that he's got going on there.
Yeah, he has to have the furry, back whatever cape or whatever he's got on there.
Oh my gosh, Haga makes a cool point. Now I just figured something out. The sketchbook subline will technically be Origins New Eternia. Could be.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the way to go. I mean, we know that there's alternate looks for all of the different characters before they got to their final version, so it's going to be a lot of fun to see what else they release in this subline.
Yes. Oh my gosh, somebody that we haven't seen in a while. How, Jordan? What's up? Toy Holios. I love that. I'm late to MOTU Figs. I'm late on me for being late. That's fine.
How's it going, Hal? We're actually going to talk about you later when we get to the Super Friends.
That's right. And then, of course, we've seen Skeletor back in the cage in the Fright Zone. And yeah, this was the original sketch of what Skeletor was supposed to be, and his name was Evil Incarnate in the beginning. But it was funny. I saw some comments on our Instagram account of, people were saying like, oh, I thought Demo Man was supposed to be the origination of Skeletor, but I want to put that rumor to bed, because the Battle Ram blog has on their site an interview with Mark Taylor. It said, despite a long-running theory that the character known as Demo Man was an early version of Skeletor, designer Mark Taylor said that there was no connection between the two. Really? And so let's put that one to bed. But it would be really cool to get this version of Skeletor, just because he looks very different than
absolutely
we have. So
that would be very cool.
Yes. And Toy Addict says Vicron is 50% off now on Mattel Creations. I guess I should have waited.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not resets.
But if you want to make the other figures and display all three versions of him, now you got a way to do it.
Yes, on the cheap. On the cheap. Allison Troy, Mark Taylor did an artist trick for a quick turnaround. He basically traced a basic sketch or two and used it to make multiple characters. That is good. That's good knowledge. Allison made mention that if we do a concept episode for the sketchbook series, she wants to be a part of that because she has some thoughts. So that'd be fun to have her on.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So Allison, let's do it.
You're on.
All right.
Very cool.
And what else? So in this, so here are some of the other sketches from the Power and the Honor Foundation book of He-Man, which is, kind of looks like that Vicron helmet style.
Yeah.
But we do see a very cool sketch of the Fright Zone. So this is an alternate version of the Fright Zone that could have been. So we got He-Man kind of crawling up into this little area, and this was supposed to be they wanted to make like a trap playset. So they have the puppet and these little arms that come out. So I thought that was
Like,
really neat. Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad.
I doubt.
It's interesting looking at, it's like we're so used to the Fright Zone that we actually
Yeah.
did get that. You look back at this and it looks like that much more like weird or funny to you, I guess, if you want to call it that. It's pretty cool to see the concept of it.
Yeah. So looking forward to seeing just like more figures and just more art teases that come out of the sketchbook series, because like we really need to do an episode on this, because if you see like the early designs for like Mechanic and Modulok, like they're really like they look nothing like
Oh, I know, like absolutely. Allison, we're gonna take you up on your offer.
I was just gonna say that.
Please, that'd be great.
I knew Mr. Home Arcade was gonna sneak in here and tell us that this playset is coming, and yes, he's gonna have a friend of his make that playset, and that would be so freaking awesome.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, because he had made that. He had a friend or a customizer make that concept Snake Mountain too, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So very cool stuff. Yeah, looking forward. Are you looking forward to the sketchbook series?
It's cool, but I've been cherry picking the Origins line because there's just so many figures out. So I might skip those two. Maybe I'll get like the second set if we get like Vicron and Skeletor.
Oh yeah, no, you don't have to like buy them to appreciate them. I just think they're really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they're neat, but like I've just been trying to, because space is the premium now, so I gotta pick and choose my battles.
Jason would buy this concept Fright Zone. So maybe Mr. Home Arcade, have your friend make 10 of them and sell them. You'd probably make a lot of money.
There you go.
There we go. All right. Moving on to cartoon collection news. So this was interesting. There was one day where I was like, I wonder what figures will be part of certain waves, and this was not super hard to figure out. So I just put together an article, and I got the idea from, I was looking back at this art and just knowing that She-Ra, Ram-Man, and Mantenna were part of one wave. We got Hordak, Many-Faces, and Cyclops as another wave. I was like, okay, maybe they're just going to keep on the line, and Faker, Leech, and Catro will be next. And lo and behold, the next day, Roy releases the trio in one super cool video. So we have Faker, Catra, and Leech as part of Wave 23, and then by default, Wave 24 becomes Invisible, Skeletor, Buzz-Off, and Frosta.
Exactly. So that, it wasn't rocket science, but you guessed right.
Hey, it was awesome. Rocket science. I racked my brain on that one. Just kidding.
I can tell. But with that box art release, we got some really cool teases on Leech's package in particular.
Yes, yeah, we need to take a look at Leech's package now.
Yes, we do, and we mean the back of the box art for all of you with dirty minds out there. So, I mean, there's some really cool figures on here because, one of my favorites that I've been waiting for the longest time is right there dead center, because Leech is sucking the life out of him. But it's not only the one and only Bo, and he does have his mustache, right?
Oh, his mustache.
Because this is a cartoon collection version of Bo. So we have to get him with the stash. But there he is, and he looks great in the sketch. And of course, biggest day, we do also have Adora and Scorpia. So there's three really awesome teases, and the artwork on here is incredible, by the way. But and it was the only of the three that had character teases on it. Except, I mean, if you count, Scorpia had like these two cat-like characters, but they're very minor, so they were sort of in the background. So I wouldn't count those, but it's the only package that got the character teases, and the three that we have on here are incredible. So let's dive in.
Yes. Yeah, let's definitely dive in. It's interesting. This looks like it is like a Horde Captain Adora, because it looks like she is on the Horde side firing off a laser here, and Mantenna's like, what the heck are you doing?
He's like, what? So, yep, absolutely.
Dave says, with great mustache comes great responsibility. He needs his mustache. Come on.
He
right?
absolutely does. He absolutely does. And we did have like a very cool custom version of Bo that was done in that cartoon style. And yeah, you'll see it right over there. And this was by, I don't know if you can zoom in.
Hunter Knight Customs.
Hunter Knight Customs, which does
Yeah.
incredible work. This was on their Instagram page, I believe. But this looked just like Bo from the cartoon. And if I can imagine a cartoon collection version of Bo, this would be it. He looks fantastic. What do you think?
Oh yeah, he's got the stash game going on, and I love what they did with the armor. It's kind of draping over him, and there's nothing going around his waist, which is cool.
Yeah, they did an awesome job, and I love the huge bow that he's carrying. It's got the little horse head on the top, and you know, of course, he needs an arrow, but he looks great.
Yeah. Joe says this bow is legit. Yes, the toy version of Bo is also needed. So the toy version was teased on that Modulok card art, which was weird because they mixed a bunch of stuff in there.
And then everywhere where you see Modulok listed, it says cartoon collection, but it's the vintage version of Modulok. So go figure.
Yeah.
Like I think they're just throwing stuff at the wall right now between both.
Yeah. Yes, the Black Phoenix says Bo also needs his transparent blue horse.
Yes. Yeah. Or Arrow, as he looks like in the cartoon. I'll take either one.
Yeah. Either one. Either one.
Either one. I do have the one from MOTU Classics, and he looks awesome. So
yeah.
Also, I have Swiftwind. But we do need Swifty for the cartoon collection, and I would be like over the moon if they did announce that.
Oh my gosh, that would be so
if we get a Dora and we have She-Ra now, which I just got the She-Ra figure like last week, and she's awesome. We have to.
Oh, she is great.
Yeah.
She is awesome. Yeah, we would need a Dora. Yeah, I don't know if if it's gonna they probably won't release two versions of a Dora because she looked the same if she's a Horde versus just a member of the Great Rebellion. So maybe she'll come with that laser or something if she's as a pack-in. I don't know.
Exactly, as her like episode specific item or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which they called out She-Ra's sword and her shield as something episode specific, but it was like it's been in every
episode. Can we say that?
You know, right?
That's awesome. Yeah, so super exciting news. And then of course we got a tease for Scorpia as well.
Yeah.
So all you pop fans are gonna be super happy because these were all pop characters, which is awesome.
The Texas toy addict took tourist.
I was just about to click that.
Well, I mean, the Scorpio does too.
Both of them do.
So I have a feeling that we will be getting Scorpia because we also heard we've teased this a long time ago too. So with that Modulok box art came new characters that they're making, and so you could see all the tails and all the parts on those boxes that they could use to make a Scorpia figure.
Absolutely. And you know, they love reusing those tails, so we're gonna see a bunch of tail characters with scorpion tails.
Oh, Scorpia can wrap that tail around me any day, all day. So yeah, that was fun to see this tease because I love when they jam pack a lot of them on the same art.
The same box art. Yep.
Yeah. Very cool.
It's such a classic looking scene. It's great. I love it.
Very cool.
Yeah. That's awesome. So, you know, you gotta look forward to these three next. And we called it a long time ago. We said She-Ra and Bo are coming to the line. I'm just, you know,
you're just waiting.
They're so like spread apart. It would have been so cool to get them, or you know, like what if we get a Bo and a Dora 2-pack for like Valentine's Day? That's in February. Come on, Mattel. I mean, that'd be an awesome like package, right?
Yes, it's perfect because Bo, he has a heart on his armor too. Like, you're totally missing. Like,
absolutely.
Hallmark has this on lockdown. Like they know how to do the holidays and everything like that. Mattel needs to take some notes.
And Mattel, if you're watching, give us an Adora and Bo 2-pack for Valentine's Day on Mattel Creations or something like that. Would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Or just put it out in retail and everybody can get it.
Yes. I do have the classic Scorpia. Yes, she is awesome. She's a very cool figure. RPG has posted this a few times. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the fan favorites these days. Like, we don't have any news of any upcoming fan favorite figures, and so I think they might just be moving to a 3-figure release for the cartoon collection. They're also moving to a 3-figure release for the Masterverse line. So maybe times are tough at Mattel. Who knows? I don't know if they can produce.
I don't know, or maybe they just kind of ran through most of their like core characters that they felt needed a second release, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
And they just packed in that extra one that way. So
yeah.
I try to see it in a positive light.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Hopefully it doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Great. But yeah, this is super exciting. I'm like, can't wait for this.
Yes.
Especially Bo.
I know, right?
That one's the one I've been waiting for a long time.
Been waiting too long. Yeah, you are welcome. Sorry, did I call them RGP? Sorry, I have like RGP. Rocket propelled grenade on the mind.
There you go. Adora and Adam, a twin pack would be very cool too.
Yes. Alice and Troy, fan favorite Jitsu and Sorceress still at Big Bag Toy Store for $5. Yeah, that along with Naked. Do you get Naked Stratos for free in that one?
Because I can't give them away.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Oh my god, speaking of like we scored some pretty good like deals on some stuff for Black Friday sales. Like I got, not that I needed extras, but I got the first like New Hope 6-pack of retro collection Star Wars figures for $29. That's like $5 a figure. And the 6-pack, so it's like Luke, Leia, Chewie, Han, and Stormtrooper and Darth Vader for $29, which is awesome, right? So this $5 a piece. And those are the ones that come on the super thick card backs. None of the rest of them were released that way. And you can actually just peel off the little retro sticker. So I just figured I actually bought 2 boxes because I'm like, I can use some extra Stormtroopers for my different displays. And, sometimes I place an extra Chewie or Han or whatever around different things I have in my room. So
nice.
They were cheap. I was like, I'm picking up an extra. Bo's cousin Luke. Exactly. The different loot, but yeah. So that was I think they're still on sale on Entertainment Earth. If anyone wants to get those, they were $29. Oh, and then with our Toy Habits code, I got an extra 10% off. So I actually only paid $26 for it.
There you go.
There you go. Super cheap. So they're even less.
Cool. Do you need me to bring up the other cartoon stuff, or are you gonna bring those up?
I have the Thundercats and the Super Friends. So if we have anything else to show, I only have those 2 articles loaded right now, just to keep my.
Oh, got it. Because you're right. Because there was not there was.
Yeah, there's no other teases on the other
right.
hardbacks. I mean, if we can look at their art real quick, just because they're neat art, card backs, but they don't tease any other characters. So if we want to take a look at,
I know what's up with that. Come on now.
I don't know. So this one is an homage to the episode called Magicats, which is pretty cool. And there's these 2, cat humanoid like characters in the background, but they're not any core characters that we know. I don't remember if they had any specific names in the actual episode because it's been a while since I've seen this one. But
Allison would know, I'm sure.
Allison probably would know. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. But it's very cool to see Catra and then changing out of her or changing into or out of her cat-like form. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like this art. It's very doubtful that we'll get these 2 cat figures, but Katrina was teased on Web Store's cartoon card art too, so I think that's more likely of a character to get. It actually would have been cool to see her resurface again
or something. Yep, exactly. And then on the Faker card art, that was a very cool homage to a scene from the Shaping Staff episode. Of course, when He-Man battles out with Faker and he's like dangling on the edge of that little cliff over by Castle Grayskull, and then Skeletor's in the background. But this is like directly out of a scene from the cartoon episode. So I thought that was really cool. Right.
Yeah.
To see that.
Yeah. They do a really, really great job with those.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no teases in this one either.
Darn it. Come on. They need to keep the cartoon line going. That's like, yeah, that's a lot of I guess they put all the teases into leeches. So I guess they could have spread them out. So which is
they
fine.
could have, but they made our job easier because then I didn't have to write up separate information on each of those. So
we got Damien Ristori, member for 9 months. Congratulations. Thank you for the support. Wonder if we will get a Whiplash in the cartoon line. I don't see how we can't. If we're getting Triclops, we got to get Skeletor's henchman. It seems like the line's doing pretty well. People really like it.
It's doing great. I mean, like all of the figures, like I stare at them directly in front of me while we're on screen right now, and I get to see like what the concept of them like all together when they're all displayed at one, and they look fantastic. Like just it's amazing what the line is doing, and how fast it's grown, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we just started getting these this year, and they're just incredible together. So
yeah, lots of good stuff.
Yeah,
sweet. All right. Anything else on the cartoon or MOTU figs before we move on?
No, I think we covered it.
Sounds good. All right.
So do we want to jump on Thundercats or the Super Friends next?
Let's do the Thundercats because they're kind of related. They're kind of an offshoot of MOTU.
Absolutely. So it seems that Super 7 has beat Mattel to the punch with their own version of 5.5 style figures, and we are getting a line of MOTU style vintage Thundercats, which is awesome. I wanted to grab one thing just to show you guys, like I guess what their figure construction's like, because I do have the first released vintage style Conan figures from Super 7. So these are here. Here's one of them, and they're built really nicely. They're simple 5 POA articulation, but they're made very nicely. So I have every confidence in the world with Super 7 making those vintage style figures. And as a matter of fact, I have another item to share with you guys as a to show you what these could look like. So I do have the Funko versions of Lion-O and Mumra and Jackalman. So these are the original 5.5 versions that were made by Funko's Savage World. They have had a little bit different look to him. Obviously, this Lion-O, he looks like Lion-O, but it's not like the classic look for him. The one we're getting from Super 7 does look more like, the cartoon style Lion-O. But these were, when they came out, they weren't like of the best quality. And I'm afraid to even like move their legs. I know, Panthro had a quality control issue where his leg was broken off sometimes just in packages, or if you just moved it slightly, it would just crack. So these are just for display purposes. So that's why I'm like super happy that we're getting these vintage 5.5 styles from Super 7. I think they look really cool. And sorry, do we have the screen?
I think you lost your you might have closed your.
Oh no, I didn't. I don't know what happened to the share screen. I'm sorry. So we are getting this new line from Super 7. They do come on blister cards, which is awesome. So wave 1 is going to be Lion-O, Mumra, and Jackalman, just like I showed you with these guys. And the only gripe I have, and they did this with the Lion-O we just got from the deluxe line, is why is Lion-O, his skin is so light? It's not very orangey looking.
No.
That's the only gripe I have. I do really like this deluxe line. I've got him right here, so I'll bring him over. But he looks very like peach colored, I guess, if you want to call it that. And Lion is supposed to be more orange, right? So he's very peach colored. And I don't remember if he was like that light in the cartoon. So I'm hoping that it's somewhere in between these two colors. But he does look rather rather light. He does
Yeah.
look more animated looking. But these are awesome because it's got kind of like a MOTU style box, except they're using, this lightning strike in the
Mhm.
background. A little bit different than, that white like splash on the black that our vintage ones are, and what they did the homage to on the deluxe figures. But these look great, and they're priced at, I think, $30 each. And they come with like one accessory a piece, but Lionel has, of course, his claw shield and the Sword of Omens, and then you get the double sided sword. I forget what they call it, with Mumra. And then of course Jackalman comes with his like axe, just like this guy does.
Yeah.
So they are 5 POA. They're gonna be just like the Conan figures, but they're built like really well. Like this has, there's sturdy construction. You don't feel like you're gonna break it at all. They do twist at the waist. So I guess if you want to call that 6 POA, you can call it 6 POA. But they don't bend at the elbow or knees. This is a classic like MOTU style figure, right? So MOTU had the
Mhm.
same thing plus the waist twist. So they twist at the waist. So they do that. It's kind of a ratchet twist too, which is nice. So they're very well made, and they might not be for everybody, but what I do know is a lot of the feedback we got when we were talking about the Thundercats crossover. A lot of people said that they wanted to see the classic version of the characters rather than like a mashup. So
Yeah.
I think this will allow Mattel to do more of a mashup, and then give people who wanted the classic look of the figures another outlet to get this line. So what do you think about them?
Yeah, I don't know. This was a head scratcher for me when it came out. I've kind
Mhm.
of shared Gatey's Toys comment. This is baffling. About the cash grab, not so much, but it just kind of
Oh.
baffled me with Mattel wanting to release a crossover line in the vintage
Mhm.
form. This is, I don't know if this was something that was planned between Mattel and Super 7. I don't even know who owns the Thundercats license, actually. But
Yeah.
um, yes, but I did have the same thought around
Mhm.
we'll probably see more of a not as far as Turtles of Grayskull style mashup of the
Yeah.
Thundercats, but more of a meld of Motu and Thundercats versus a strictly vintage looking Thundercats line like the Super 7 line.
Yeah. Exactly. And for people who are fans of this 5.5 style of figure, I think these are great. And if you're just a Thundercats fan, you may like these too. I do have quite a collection of, obviously vintage Motu, Remco figures like these guys. I like that form factor. So for me, I was excited to see these, and it might not be for everybody, but I think they're great. And if Super 7 wants to release the line of 5.5 inch characters, go for it.
Yeah.
I tend to like the simplicity of the 5 or 6 POA, if you want to call it that. I
Mhm.
just think they have like a classic charm to them, without the extra cuts and everything for the added articulation. So for
Yeah.
me, it just gives me that nostalgic feel that I like.
Yeah, and I don't know, like they didn't come as like bulky like He-Man type figures when they were originally
Yeah,
released. So I'm like, I don't
exactly.
know, but I need to see what Mattel's gonna do with their line. But a lot of people are saying that Warner Brothers owns the Thundercats, so actually we could
Mhm.
see maybe similarities between Super 7 and Mattel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess Mattel doesn't own the Thundercats, so I guess Warner Brothers licensed them out to the highest
Mhm.
bidder. So hey, here we go. But
Exactly.
kudos to Super 7 for being the first one
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, so it was interesting of them to do this, to have this new line of this style figure. And again, like I said, it might not be for everyone. And if you're a big Thundercats fan, you may want to collect everything Thundercats. If
Yeah.
not, maybe you'll pick and choose. But I do think they're cool. I think they have like a very nostalgic feel to them. Even if you just want to keep it carded, I think that they look nice on card, and
Yeah.
they
I
have
did
that form factor.
I did have an idea on the lighter color Lion-O, like they do with the Super 7 Ultimates figure. They do the toy recolor, so they have to make him different shades. So maybe they could do another toy recolor at some
Version.
point. Yeah.
You might be right about that. Yep, exactly. Yeah, and of course, Mumra, we get his kind of his teal color, and then Jackalman is just as he looks like in the cartoon. I mean, that one has like a much better face sculpt than this one. Like this one looks a little derpy. This is the one from Funko. That was the only complaint I had. Like their faces, even Lion-O, like their faces were a little derpy on these.
Yeah.
They weren't great, but at the time it was the only Thundercats figures we got. These were released. I forgot how many years back, but I bought them because I was like, oh my god, new Thundercats figures. So of course I wanted to get these, and but they they weren't like the best sculpts, but maybe after I get these, I can just sell off my Funko ones. I have the complete line of them.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
you can get better versions, more
exactly, and then I'm not afraid to like move their legs. But they're gonna Oops. Exactly. Yeah. So they're pretty cool. And if you want to pick these up, they're available on super7.com. Also on BBTS and Entertainment Earth. We got links to everything on the article. So those are pretty cool. And
he said the Lion-O that you had looks like he fell asleep in a tanning bed.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely. Yeah, I know. He's a little funny.
I hope we see these figures at retail like Target. So I finally saw Monkey-In up in a Target in Reno. And I would love to see what these, I might change my mind. I would love to see what these look like in person before I buy them. And if you get them, you'll probably show them off. So maybe I'll change. Of course.
I did order them. Yeah, I think they're shipping in the beginning of December. So I got ordered them from Super 7, so hopefully we get them soon. But the next news that we're going to share, I want to give a huge shout out to the Baroness of Toys for alerting me about this. But there was a leaked list that surfaced, and Lazar Dome, I believe, on Facebook was the one who posted the list. I don't know where the source of the list came from, but there's apparently a brand new line of 6-inch retro style Super Friends figures coming from McFarlane. So the Super Powers figures are 5-inch. Their regular DC Multiverse figures are 7-inch. So these are going to be a 6-inch line of retro Super Friends figures. So that's different. And it should be a animated style look for each of the characters. They did leak, the first, I guess they call it wave 12s. I don't know what sub wave they're putting that into. Maybe the rest of their multiverse line or something. But this is like super exciting news for anybody who grew up watching Super Friends as I did. This was one of my favorite cartoons. I remember being a kid, Saturday mornings, I wake up and pour myself a bowl of cereal and plop in front of the TV, and I couldn't wait to watch Super Friends in the morning. So it was just one of my favorite cartoons, and just to see that we're getting a new toy line for this is really, really exciting. Of course, we have the Super Friends with their Hall of Justice and the Legion of Doom, head up by Lex Luthor, which is very cool. And so the first wave is going to include Batman. Of course, you can't have a DC launch without a Batman. So, and this one, I believe, was voiced directly by the actor from the Batman 66 series, and I'm just having a total brain fart right now. So that was really cool that we got to see that. But this version of Batman is his classic black and gray and blue version. And there was a line back in the early 2000s that was released from DC Direct for the Super Friends figures. I think they were like 6 or 7 inch. They might have been 7-inch scale. I do have a couple of them, but they had kind of limited articulation, and they're just an older style figure. Adam West, thank you. I knew that. I'm just having a total brain fart because you know what happens when you're on the screen and you have to say something right on cue. That happens. You blank out on stuff. Anyway, so these figures are really cool. They're very expensive now on the aftermarket. If you try and pick them up, thank you, Minuit Card. But I'm assuming they're going to be something that looks like these because these are animated style figures. And they did come in either single pack or 2-pack. So this is what the Batman looked like. You can see the articulation's a little wonky, the way it's cut around the shorts and stuff like that. But they were looking figures. Yeah, he did. And this one just came with a little stand, but then they did release other ones that had multiple accessories, which I'll show you another sample of. And then the second one is going to be a chase figure of Batman from an episode called Universe of Evil. And it's when like Batman and Robin turned into like kind of evil characters, and they were like red with like red eyes. And so this is just a sample of a figure that came out by a figures toy company. This was like an 8-inch, kind of Mego style figure, but you can see what that chase Batman's going to look like. And then, of course, where's Hal Jordan? Because we are going to be getting Hal, where are you? Because now we're talking about you. So the next one on the list is Green Lantern. It is Hal Jordan's version of Green Lantern. See, this is what he looked like in the cartoon series. And again, DC Direct did come out with a version of this in the early 2000s. Hey, there you go, Hal. That's you. And see how, it looks very animated, but again, with that kind of funky articulation. These were really cool though, because they would come with kind of like cartoon accurate like artifacts. So like there's in this one, you can see there's like a mini Hall of Justice packed in here, and then like their power rings, and I can't tell what Sinestro's other accessory is, but we'll see it down below because he's another character that's on the list. But I think they're gonna look something like this. So that's gonna be really cool. So Sinestro, like I said, is the next character on this leak list for the wave. And this is what he appeared like in the Super Friends cartoon. So he had the pink face and the blue outfit, and I guess Green Lantern came with his little lantern, and I guess the only other artifact was that Hall of Justice that came in the set. But the figures, you can see the articulation's a little wonky, but he did look like he did in the cartoon. So that crotch looks funny. It absolutely does. They're just here for visual context, so you can see what the characters could look like in plastic form. This one's pretty cool because the Riddler was also on that list. Nice. Yeah, he's really cool. So we had Adam West here, that played Batman, and of course Riddler's here, and he typically had his kind of more simplistic green outfit with the big purple question mark in the middle of it. And then Casey Kasem would voice Robin, which was really cool in the early episode.
Casey Kasem.
And Riddler came out in a 2-pack that was released with Robin. You can see cool. There's like a little mini Batmobile, and then he has some kind of device in his hand. So this is what the DC Direct version looked like. So that's pretty cool. And then the last one on the list was Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor. So there's like Legion of Doom characters. So like, could we get a playset? And then that playset would be compatible with your superpowers figures, or maybe they'll release a superpowers either Legion of Doom or Hall of Justice, and you can use vice versa, which would be incredible. And then this is what that DC Direct Lex Luthor came with packed with Superman. You can see a little mini Legion of Doom right here, which is really cool. And then he has kind of Regan, and of course there's Superman packed in with him. So this is really exciting news for anyone who's either Superpowers or Super Friends fan, that we would actually get figures again in this style. Lex in his disco tuxedo. Yep. But they nailed it.
I actually watched I did watch the Super Friends cartoon, nice. So I actually might be into these ones.
Oh, that's awesome.
I just got to see them.
Oh my god, yeah, I do too. I'm so curious to see what it's like. That's so cool that you watched the cartoon though. Like,
yeah, it was part of the cartoon lineup. Is there a place where you can watch the Super? Do you know if you can like rewatch them, or do you have to get like the DVDs, or if they're streaming anywhere? If anybody knows,
that's a really good question. I have all the DVDs, so I just usually watch them.
I'll see you soon. I'll pick them up and borrow them from you if you lend them to me.
Absolutely. And it's funny because they go like there's like different lines. So it's like the challenge of the Super Friends. There's like the Super Friends. There's like the Super Friends Super Show or something, and then they turn into the superpowers. Like there's all these different like versions of the series, and it kind of like morphed throughout the seasons because they were obviously using it to sell the toys. And in the later episodes, they fold in all of the other superpowers characters that were being released in the toy store.
Oh, that's cool. There are a couple people telling me that I could watch it on this thing called YouTube. I don't know what they're talking about, but I'll figure it out. Jason thinks they're on it. Oh, I have HBO Max, so I'll look it up and see if they're there. That'd be fun to do that because I want to look at the cartoons again because there's some that I've gone back to and I was like, ugh, and then there's some that I really, really like. Hopefully this is one of them. We need, but if they're on HBO Max, I'll definitely check that out.
Oh yeah, that's cool. They're on HBO Max. That's awesome. I don't have HBO Max, so I haven't been able to see it on there, but on Blu-ray.
Ooh, all right.
Ooh, I might need to pick that up if it's all in one set. And it's funny because, that's.
I'm really curious now. I'm like,
you should check it out. Look, which version? And I want to ask the people in the chat who were fans of the cartoon. Which like series or mini series or subline series were you fans of? Because there's the really early mid 70s Super Friends or Challenges of Super Friends, and then like as it morphed into a little bit more kind of superpowers cartoons. Like, what was your favorite? That's what I want to know. Yeah. Wendy and Marvin, that was like great. That was like the early episodes. I think they're on that pillowcase that I have, Wendy and Marvin. But of course, you remember the Wonder Twins, right?
Yeah, I do. So the complete series is $107.87 on Amazon for that Blu-ray. It's marked down from 120. So there you go.
Oh my God, that's pricey. Wow.
Like how many? I'm trying to think. Like how many episodes or seasons were there?
I don't know. That's actually a really good question. Does it say on there? Baroness of Toys loves the Challenges of Super Friends was the best. I still remember, and Ted Knight voiced some of the characters and also did like the narrator and the voiceover on the opening of that, which was really cool.
Oh God. Oh, okay. So there's 16 discs, 3,142 minutes of runtime. So it says a lot on here.
Wow. How many episodes were there?
I don't know.
16 discs is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It says Super Friends from 73 to 74. There's the all-new Super Friends Hour from 77 to 78, where the Wonder Twins were introduced. The Challenge of the Super Friends from 78 to 79. World's Greatest Super Friends. Super Friends, the Legendary Powers, or Superpower Show, and Superpowers Team Galactic Guardians from 85 to 86. That's really cool.
Yep.
That's know. A lot. All right.
It is. I might have to pick up that. Maybe I'll ask my husband for that for Hanukkah.
Yeah, I might check them out too. I might watch maybe a few episodes on this thing called YouTube, maybe, and check them out.
Yeah, Solomon Grundy. Oh my God, that's so cool. So yeah, and McFarlane makes really good DC figures, so I can't wait to see what these going to be like. But like, so exciting news! And again, thanks to Baroness of Toys for sending me this leak list, which was awesome. And thank you to Lazar for posting this on Facebook. Cool. But just really, really fun news. And it looks like Riddler's going to be a chase figure, so he might be hard to find.
Oh God,
which is a bummer.
But you had an interesting thing about Entertainment Earth when they released their cases, right? And their cases usually sell out because they have the chase figures, right?
They do have the chase figures. So if you got that last wave of Superpowers figures that had Riddler and Superman and Bizarro in it, that one had the Chase Aquaman and Chase Wonder Woman in the case pack. So, go for
That's
those.
cool. Wiley Dave, I have them all on DVD. So upgrading. Texas Toy Addict, they also have the complete set on Fandango at home for $60 in HD. That's not bad.
Oh, nice. Wow. They just came today. Frankie got his too.
Oh, cool.
I'm like, as we sit here, I'm like, everyone's going to order them. They'll sell out. Just kidding.
No.
Sure, they have plenty in stock. But that's very cool. What's YouTube? I don't know.
Oh, no.
I got to look that up. We should Google it.
I don't know. I just connected this thing on StreamYard and I don't know where it goes. So.
Oh, okay.
It just goes out into the ether.
It goes out into the ether. I wonder if they'll do a Hal Jordan Green Lantern repaint for Riddler. Yeah, they probably will. Yeah, but I mean that's really cool. They're gonna be like the cartoon inspired Super Friends. It's just very, very awesome that they're doing this. So,
yeah, and then you can enable me into another toy line, and Miss Kim will have something to say about that.
Oops, sorry about that. But it's like I had so much fun putting this together. Yeah, because this was like my favorite cartoon series.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I need to go back because I remember I don't remember a lot of the episodes specifically, but I remember enjoying watching the Super Friends show.
Yes, yeah, it's gonna be so much fun, so much fun. So I will enable you on this one because
oh yeah,
to give you an idea,
if this is on HBO Max, Kim's gonna be really sad because then she's gonna have to go to sleep. The Super Friends cartoons. Oh no, they're not. Let's see. Super Friends is no longer available to stream on HBO Max as of June 21st, 2023. DC Super Friends was removed from the streaming. Ah, darn it! All right.
Aw. The theme song was the best. It absolutely was very nice. They did these figures for the kind of Batman 66 line. But you can see how very cool they look, very cartoon accurate because this was from the New Adventures of Batman. I do have this Joker sitting in the Joker mobile over there. They just look so fantastic.
Cool.
So McFarlane can do a really good job at making these DC figures. So I'm excited for a Super Friends line, and just to see the packaging with the logo and oh my god, it's going to be very, very cool.
Yeah. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Meanwhile, banded together. What did he say? I forget how the opening goes. It's great though.
Yeah, I think I subjected Kim to I think when she was going to sleep, I was watching some of the Battle of the Planets episodes.
Oh yeah.
Those don't hold up well for me. I think I remembered them more fondly as a kid than today, and I'm like, gosh darn it, I wish I didn't watch those again.
Aw, that kind of ruined it for you.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll give them another shot.
There you go. Yeah, so check out, we've got all these great sale again on Entertainment Earth. Spend 100, get $10 off. Spend 200, $25 off, and spend 300, you get $50 off. This is site-wide. It's still going on. The great thing about this is it's on anything pre-order or in stock items. That's so cool. If you have a bunch of pre-orders in other places, you can just glob them all together and then save some money. And they don't charge you until the things actually ship. That's so awesome. I was able to do that again. I saved another $50 or $75. I think I did two separate orders and just kind of gathered up all my pre-orders from my other sites and then canceled them everywhere else. So I mean, you save quite a bit. It's a really great sale. So be sure to check that out. It looks like Super 7 released a glow-in-the-dark version of Scratch, which is a cool repaint of him. And let's see what else. I know Amazon is continuing to have their Black Friday sale. It's still going on now.
Yeah, we know Mr. Home Arcade got a Modulok because we have those in-hand images, but also Rob 2023 had his Modulok shipped from Entertainment Earth, and he got that, I think, a couple days ago.
Wow. I ordered it from there, and then it said it was on back order, and then I ended up ordering it from BBTS before it like sold out or whatever, because I didn't want to miss out, and I ended up just canceling mine from EE because
Oh, Joe got his too. That's awesome.
Oh, Joe got his too. I'm like, when things go on back order, you can be like waiting like forever. So I was like, oh.
Yeah. Once I saw, mine's on back order. Once I saw that, I just ordered one. I just quickly ordered one on BBTS. I'm like, I can't have this get canceled.
No. Oh, speaking of, freaking Walmart canceled my my movie Superman figure. I was so pissed. They gotta have one on pre-order at BBTS as a backup, but it said it was preparing to ship. And then like the next day I got like I had gotten several emails saying, oh, your item's about to ship, blah blah blah. And I saw my credit card getting like a pre-authorization charges on it, like pending, whatever. I'm like, oh cool, I'm gonna get my movie Superman, and then they freaking canceled it on me.
Oh.
And then they canceled on you too, right?
Yeah. I think I saw that the same day that you texted me that. I was like, darn it.
Walmart.
Yep. Yeah.
And then we got the Legends of Dragonor Pirate, which is the blue dragon, went up for pre-order. So the red dragon should be shipping soon. Yeah, the blue one is now up for pre-order on either formotoys.com or BBTS. So this one's a cool one.
That is
and
cool.
You can use them to ride on, or he's a stand-up figure.
Oh, that's cool.
That's great. They still have it available. Yeah, so if your Superman got canceled, you can get it from Amazon as well. Awesome. And I'm just going back through, if we missed any other toy news. We got the art reveal for Triclops, which was very cool, and he's using that the rock softener device, which it was so funny because remember when we divvied up the leaks for these, and I got Triclops, and I was supposed to figure out what episode specific item he was going to come with. How many episodes is Triclops in? A ton, right?
Yeah,
right. Because I went through the whole episode list, and I actually guessed that he was going to come with the rock softener. So when I saw this, I was like, that made me feel good. I picked the right accessory.
And also Walmart delayed Leatherhead until January of next year too. So, but
some people have been posting, like I saw someone had a picture, and I don't know which Walmart it was in, but they had like stacks of Leatherheads.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, there's the distribution is so stupid with this stuff.
Just terrible. Then we had a Designer Con happen, I think a week or two ago, and we had the Anti-Eternia Battle Cat, and Mondo also revealed some more vinyl figures. So they're going to do Street Sharks, and they had a couple new Turtles figures. There's like Super Shredder and some other ones. So that was pretty cool. Nice box art reveal for Manny Faces, and then you covered a lot of G.I. Joe leaks as well for production figures that we knew we were going to get.
Yeah, I just keep updating this pretty much every day or every other day because there's something new that comes out. It's so strange. Like there's updated pictures of this like retro breaker. So I don't know if this is like a mass device one or if he's going to be in the kind of the classic retro packaging. But yeah, there's images of his backpack. So like where his comms device might plug in too, which is neat. And then there was also some like mystery accessories that were also posted too. So like these look like versions of, the rocket launcher and that like Tommy machine gun. There was also Law and Order pre-production images. So like all this stuff is really cool. Dark Lawn pre-production images, Frag Viper. So the Hasbro team, they're not doing any streams and they're kind of tight-lipped about this stuff. So this is kind of cool that all these leaks are coming out. And then there was one of Blowtorch somewhere. He might be at the bottom or in a different post, but let's see.
I think it was in there.
Oh yeah, here's another version of Breaker too.
Nice.
Which is cool. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff in here.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And speaking of GI Joe, I got my my Mega Control set came the other day.
Oh yeah, mine did too. Yeah, I just haven't opened it yet. That's fun.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't gotten around to it, but maybe I will this weekend because it's a long holiday weekend. And I did some food hunting today. Just found some just fun stuff at like my local comic shop and this little toy shop I went to out in Burbank, and like dropping stuff all over the place. So it's funny, my local comic shop, he's been putting out like a bunch of GI Joe figures, like vintage ones, O-rings, and I keep going, I go there like once a week or something, and I've been picking up super cheap, like I think $8 or $10. I've been picking up figures. And today I picked up, and he had a 20%, 25% off. I think they gave me today. I don't remember, but yeah, I think I got 25% off. So I picked up Spirit, and you'll never guess how much I paid for this one with the discount. And he has everything except for his little belt. The Mad Mars version of Spirit. $750.
Nice.
I got Crazy Legs for $750.
That's great.
You got this awesome guy, and him. All for each for $750.
That's awesome.
Which is cool. And I got these really cool Power Rangers on motorcycles for I think like $12. So I got the Red Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, and the Blue Ranger. So that was fun. Like I've just been getting like a bunch of Joes like really cheap. I picked up a bunch of other ones like last week for $7 or $8. Remember I sent you a picture?
Yeah.
He just can slowly been putting more out. So, and then I just got some cool vintage Toy Biz figures. I think I got 20% off for these today. So Dr. Doom, which was pretty cool, and then Storm, and then I got this U.S. Agent. So these are fun little pickups from my local toy shop today. So that was neat. Yeah, just at least I had done a little bit of like Black Friday toy hunting today.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
That was fun.
That's fun.
I wasn't expecting to get discounts on, vintage items, and they all had sales. So I was like, thanks, I'll take it.
That's cool. Yeah, I think I saw an ad for Dallas Vintage Toys. If anyone lives out there by that one in Texas, they marked down their USS flag to $999.99. So it's a steal.
Wow. That's awesome. They do have a website, and their stuff on their website's all on sale also.
Oh, that's cool.
So DallasVintageToys.com, you can order stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could get a
US. Everything's marked off. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they have some of their inventory is online, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like looking at their stuff.
That was yeah. Sweet. They have a pretty cool website because they've got things that you don't find every day.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I do have a Remco figure that came in the mail today, but it's downstairs.
Too far. Don't leave me.
I can't get it now. Yeah. Then did you do some toy hunting yourself when you were in Reno? I think, did you pick up any of those WWE figures?
Oh yeah, I did. They're still in the car, but I found the WWE Superstars Series 12 figures. So it was Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Bret the Hitman Hart, and Cactus Jack. Bang bang. So that was fun. I was totally not expecting that. I was like, wait, what?
I know, you're like, what the heck? That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out where there's like 7 or 8 Walmarts around the area that is around our hotel. So I'm trying to figure out like, okay, which ones are the best ones, which ones I need to avoid like the plague, because they're not in the best parts of town, and there's some of them don't have.
Yeah. There's really that many Walmarts in that area in Reno?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, and Targets and but
wow.
Not a lot of college students don't have money to pay for toys, so good hunting.
They don't get taken up. I guess you can find a lot of stuff up there. I got Beefcake
from Palmer, right?
Yeah, from Hallmark.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think Paul's
I don't know
got.
if he still has it.
Oh yeah, Paul's got beefcake on his site for $34.99. I
Mhm.
mean, at least you don't have to run around uh, to the stores to get him, which is insane, and you waste a lot of gas and time doing that. So I would just get it from there.
Absolutely.
Call it a night.
Yeah. Yeah, so you don't have to, like, stress out anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
Oh,
That's super, super sweet of you to say.
we enjoy
And
this.
I agree with you. Yep, I'm glad it's not just all Batman. There's a bunch of really great characters on that first wave. Super cool. So anyway, I don't know if you have anything else you want to share before we sign off.
No, that is it for me. Just spent a lot of time in the car driving back from Reno today. So the
I'm
sacrilege
sure
night.
you're you're tired.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Oh my god, this is funny. Whose hat is this? I have like a random little gray hat that I just found on my shelf, and I don't know what it goes to.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
I love it.
Hmm.
Just stick it on some random toy.
Look,
I don't
like a little gray cap,
That's
a
neat.
baseball cap. Like, I don't even have a figure that has a head this small.
Allison would know.
That's hilarious. Anyway,
Allison's like,
yeah,
I know where
I
that comes
gotta figure that one out. Like, that is so random.
from. That's funny.
Oh man, that's so cool. Anyway, so I guess we'll see you guys all next week. And in the
Yeah.
meantime, stay tuned to toyhabits.com because you never know when the toy news is gonna hit.
All right, y'all. Have a good weekend.
And with that, I guess we'll sign off.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.